Welcome to a very special episode of Untold Stories. In the first of our series on women leaders, we bring to you 4 gems from branch banking. They're highly successful, charismatic, and a role model for many. They handle large geographies and equally large business. They keep the bank's flag flying high in the regions they oversee. Come and let's spend some time with them and know from horse's mouth, as they say, more about them, their life in the bank, and in general, their morals and ideals, and much more. Thanks Usha, Tripti, Jalpa, and Shivani. Appreciate your taking time. I'll begin with Shivani.
My first question is, you've been very long in the system, in the bank. How has it been? How's the journey been? Please tell us and our viewers.
I've been with the bank for 19 plus years now. So this was kind of my first job.
Oh.
I joined as a personal banker in one of the branches in Delhi. Then I moved as a personal banker authorizer, then branch manager of a small branch. I remember launching my first branch in 2005 as a branch manager. Then I became a branch manager for one of the flagship branches in Delhi, which was Greater Kailash Part 1. After that, moving as a cluster head in year 2014. And it's been now 6 years I've been as a cluster head in South Delhi. So I've been around Delhi in my cluster head role. So I was taking care of Noida, I was taking care of Karol Bagh side, and now I'm taking care of South Delhi. So I have 12 branches with me and managing 6,000 crores book size. So it's been an amazing journey. I think all through the kind of bosses that we've had have been very supportive, which is one reason why I think we've risen till here.
I am working with this bank for last 17 years. I joined as a personal banker, then I moved to personal banker authorizer, and in 5 years of time I become a branch manager, one of the important branch of the city, Patna. And I've been a branch manager for last for 10 years, and then I moved to cluster head in the year 2019. So the journey with the HDFC Bank is quite mesmerizing, and I have grown up with this bank. The bank grown, and I also grown up with the bank. I got married, had kids, and everything in a personal level and a professional front. I grown here only, and it's kind of first organization with me.
You've been, Usha, in the bank, for about 10 years.
Yes.
How's it been?
The journey with HDFC Bank started in 2010 April, and it's been an awesome journey all through. I've been in 2 different geographies. I started in Chennai, moved on to Bangalore. I've now come back to Chennai now. Started the bank in the role of a PB authorizer, and then moved as branch head. The journey has been extremely wonderful because there has been lot many learnings. I wouldn't say just about of experiences. There has been phenomenal learning in terms of process, in terms of client handling, in terms of business deals. It's been a phenomenal learning journey with the bank, I would say. And it would be less untrue if I would say that this is my second home, like more to be a home. Like we spend quite a lot of time at the office. The people at the office have become our extended family. So it's more of an emotional connect that has happened over the last 10 years, which I have not witnessed with my previous organizations.
Yes, so my journey with the bank is for 18 plus years now, and it has been phenomenal because when I joined the bank, I had just graduated and I joined as a PSO. So thereafter the bank, molded us in a way. We got such good mentors that they guided us, they took us forward, they showed us the way forward. And then I was a PB sales, and then a PBA, and then a branch manager at Navsari, which is a small town in South Gujarat. And then I was moved to our flagship branch, Parle Point, which is the largest branch in South Gujarat. So I managed that branch for quite almost 9 years. And then I was moved to another branch, which is also a large branch, a textile market branch, which is our Ring Road branch. So more or less I could get exposure in semi-urban locations, in metro locations, in our commercial locations, which is something which really helped me. And then, the bank elevated me as a cluster head last year, and thereafter, it was definitely a different ball game. So now it's like we are on the other side, So that I would say I came here as a child, and then I grew to this level.
Wonderful, Jalpa. There's something about this place that, I mean, all of us grow with it. It grows with you. This is my 13th year in the bank. I still feel like a child. When I look around, everybody's 18 years, 20 years, 21 years. Right? So there's something amazing about this place. I cannot agree more with you.
COVID has been a very unusual time. So, can you share something how difficult or easy it was to you handle life and work during this time of COVID?
So COVID was definitely something which we never expected, something we never knew about, and we never knew how to deal with it, what to do, what not to do. So when it comes to the professional front, yes, we had good guidelines by the bank. We had certain policies which we had to follow, which probably helped us to know it better and to safeguard our employees, our staff, and our teams. And there was always a scare. Everybody was scared. I wouldn't lie, even I was. Because most of my branches are in spoke locations. There are far, and Surat was one of the red zones where I'm placed. And my other branches are in small, maybe villages or towns. So we were not allowed to travel. We tried and we ensured that they are motivated. They have, enough support from us so that they are aware that what is to be done and how it is to be done. And the safety precautions, of course, were stressed upon. While at home, yes, things got very, very difficult. I would say that also was something we never expected, because life gets easy when you have a lot of help at home. But then suddenly when that help stops, you realize that you have to run both the fronts all together. So that initially it was slightly difficult. But yes, then everybody coped up, and even at home, then it wasn't difficult, because then we have many people, the entire family thought that let us distribute some work and let us work together.
COVID has actually, I would say, given us a different perspective to life. On a lighter vein, if I may say, like how we all are familiar with the word before Christ and after Christ. Now it's come to, we are in that part of the century when we're talking about before COVID and after COVID, how has life been, both on personal front and in the office front. So I would say, thanks to technology, there has been so much that we all have really understood in terms of how even on the business front, nothing takes a real big backseat. We are able to connect with people, we are able to talk to people, drive people, tell them what can be offered as solutions to customers over phone, give them digital solutions. So it's only that if personally we are not able to go meet them and talk to them. However, the technology has played a very, very brilliant role in opening up a lot of avenues which we might not have thought of before. Now, looking at 2 or 3 major learnings, I would say, with COVID has taught me, both on personal front and on the office front. Empathy, being thankful and gratitude, and the teamwork, both in office and at home place. Now, maybe the children at home earlier did not appreciate what the mom was doing, running around. When there's no help support at home, the children have seen how the mother tries to balance the work at home, right from your kitchen to your cleanup to everything else. The children started playing a decent role. They started owning up responsibilities. So there has been a learning for the children from their perspective also. So I would say that it's been a very beautiful learning that COVID has given to each one of us. We'll have to start appreciating the maid or the cook's support, which was missing for 3 months. We were able to relate to them. We didn't stop their salaries.
So these times have been, of course, very difficult for all of us, and it has altered the way we've lived our lives, and it has altered the way we are now living. We've learned a lot of things. We've learned how to work from home. We've learned how to work for home. We've also learned homeschooling of children. So there have been a lot of learnings in this particular time. Yes, there have been a lot of learnings for me personally. So because we are now technology so advanced and we have the facility of working from home, there's a lot of time that we are now the quality time that we are spending, instead of traveling, we are spending on our hobbies. So I love dancing, I love music, so I've started learning keyboard. Second, I think I've become an excellent cook. So I used to do the basics, and now I know a lot, much more than what I used to earlier. And in terms of office, yes, I think our Corona warriors, the people who are sitting at the front end, we need to give them a lot of emotional support, because at this particular time, there are lots of staff, either their family members are unwell or they themselves are under this pandemic. So a lot of emotional support is going there. There were branches which were closed because of one of the staff or their family members who were Corona positive. So I think we are dealing with all these things on a daily basis. Every day there's a new challenge. But now this is the new normal for us, so everybody's kind of used to it. And everybody's taking safety measures, precautionary measures. Everybody's become very empathetic towards each other. Everybody's like a family.
You're traveling into deeper geographies, small village towns there. So how easy or difficult it was for you as a women leader to manage all these 15 branches and travel there, meet the expectation of your staff, your customers, and at home?
Extensive traveling has given me a unique insight into the state of play in Bihar. You get a lot of experience and insight about your state, about your country, how things are, and ground reality as well. So it was it's going to help me a lot in my current role and in my days to come also. I'd like to share one very specific and very unfortunate incident happened in one of my branch. On the 2nd April, when the lockdown just started, in the middle of the night, I got a call from one of my branch guard that the branch has huge fire broke out at the middle of the night, 1:30. And it was lockdown, traveling and movement was completely shut down, logistic, transportation, everything was just stopped. So I called our team, the branch manager, we called everyone, police, fire and local people, landlord, everybody, and we rushed to the branch. It was 125 kilometers from where I was. We reached at 8 a.m. and by that time everybody was there, fire was there, and it took 2 hours to seize the fire because it was a heavy blowout. It was fiery and volcanic. The entire branch was burned. So we reached there along with my branch manager, and but the best experience or thing I took out from this is the kind of support I get from all cross verticals, be it WBO, currency chest, IT, admin, everybody come together. There was so much of logistic issue, but we come together, we work day and night, and we put the branch into a new set with a new setup and complete ready for the customer service in just 10 days of time. So it was commendable thing, and I was floored with the support I got from my support verticals and functions. So it was very, very outstanding experience I had during lockdown.
So we've heard from all of you about your journey within the bank, which has spanned quite a long time. If it weren't for banking, what would you be doing? And what is it that has kept you within this profession for so long?
Since the day I joined this bank, I find this organization a great place to work with. I have worked with best of the supervisors. I have never come across any problem in my throughout the career, any hindrance, be it anything. So what else? And it gives you a lot of challenges also and lot of support also. So it will get you through all the things you're coming in your way. And there's a superb support system here as a professional organization.
Is there any other profession that you might see yourself doing, or anything else you considered before you joined banking?
See, I would have been into an administration role, into some senior government official serving the citizen of the nation, and because I think I am good into administration and I can do well here.
Well, when I look at me as a banker, I always feel that if it weren't for HDFC Bank, I don't think I would have continued as a banker. because there is nothing of this sort that I had ever dreamt of. I am a science graduate basically, and I always wanted to go ahead in the field of astronomy. So my thoughts were different. I wanted to pursue study. I wanted to go out of India. I wanted to study there. But then somehow I landed up with this job as soon as I graduated. And then somehow I never looked back, because every day there is a new challenge. Every day I get to learn something new, knowing new people. And developing myself as a leader was something which really fascinated me, because I too never thought of myself as a leader. So every day when I got to learn something new, I could realize that yes, there is a lot more that can be done when you are a banker. It is not only, it does sometimes become like a social responsibility also, because you try to help people with their finances, you try to help them. Finally, when I look back and I think, I always feel that yes, I made the right decision.
I think HDFC Bank is my identity. I don't know if HDFC Bank, I wouldn't have been in HDFC Bank. I don't think I would be in any other bank. I think HDFC Bank has a very positive and a productive environment. It gives us a lot of recognition. I think the confidence that I have today is only because of HDFC Bank. So I love my job, and I thank all my supervisors who've always given me a lot of support. And if I was not in HDFC Bank, I would have been a dancer, because I've done Shamak Davar, I've done Kathak training. So I think I would be a dancer if not a banker.
Wow, that's lovely to hear, Shivani. Very offbeat, being a dancer.
So the bank as a brand, the bank for the product expertise, for the digital expertise, and what they do for the people in the bank. These are four major things which have come in as a capsule to me all through my last 10 years. So there has been a lot of learning, and I see that there is a lot of people-centric things which happen in the bank, which is very important to get the feeling that it's a great place to work. If not for being with the bank of HDFC Bank, where would I be? Where would I see myself? The answer to that question is I have had a passion for singing. I have been a Carnatic singer right from my childhood days. Maybe I would have pursued it full time.
I would like to talk to you about the one leadership lesson that you would like to share with youngsters in the organization.
Yeah, hi Rohit. Leadership lesson that I have picked up in my career all through, which has kept me pretty successful, is being a people person. So it's very important, according to me, to connect with people as to what is their feel at the ground. Because as a frontline staff, what is that they perceive? How is your communication being received by them? Are they having clarity on what is to be done as an execution? Are they facing any challenges? Do they need any support? And are performers being recognized from time to time?
One leadership lesson which I would like to share is that be assertive, be positive, and have empathy towards your team. Because a positive attitude is very much necessary. Everyone in the team cannot be the same. We need to mentor them, we need to speak to them, we need to mold them. Everyone comes from a different background. So we need to imbibe a positivity in our team. We need to make their mindset very positive, because this is a live example of COVID when everything is getting negative. I think it is more or less if we work together, if we understand each other, and if we develop an inclusive attitude, and if we include all our team members in our leadership, then always we can dream of some success, and always we can achieve the success that we have ever dreamed of.
One leadership lesson that I would like to give to everyone is, I think it's very important to build relationship and build teams, because if you build a good team, if they trust you, then there's a powerful bond, and if there is a bond, then it's very easy for you to get work done, communication becomes very effective, and whatever goals you have will easily get achieved. So I think it's important that your team trusts you. For that, it's important that relationship and team should be built first.
Take good care of your people, listen more, be assertive, and and be empathical toward your team, and it will help you in long way.
As we know that all of us are different, and what is that one quality that distinguishes you as a leader?
Being a woman, I'm very sensitive toward things, in understanding people, and at the same time, I need to be very assertive when it comes to decisioning and to guide people. So being sensitive, lending shoulder, and being empathical to your team is one thing.
I have played a right blend of qualities of being firm and being a fun-loving person. So I know where I need to be firm when communications have to go and then when deliveries have to be done. At the same time, I always also am an approachable person when there is an issue, and I give them the feeling that I am approachable to be spoken to if there is a problem.
The one quality that distinguishes me may be my nurturing spirit, because I feel that as a leader I have to nurture my team. Nurturing would mean everything: teaching them, guiding them, understanding them, knowing their problems. Sometimes, yes, you have to lend them a shoulder, but sometimes, yes, you have to also be quite strict with them, and you have to be quite firm, and you have to guide them. You have to do everything which is possible to ensure that your team performs better and they do their best and they get the best.
So I strongly believe in live and let live. So it's very important that you treat your team the way you want your bosses to treat you. And it's also very important not to pressurize them all the time. Fun at work is also equally important. Time management for me is also very important, because it's very important to have a work-life balance. So after 6:30, I would never call any staff unless and until it is very important. So I think I differentiate myself from the others in this way.
One word to describe HDFC Bank.
My identity.
It's a great place to work.
Energy.
My family.
Who's your role model outside of the bank, other than your boss?
My mother.
My role model is Indira Nooyi.
My role model is Mother Teresa. All time.
My role model is my elder daughter.
What has been your brightest moment in life, Usha?
When I got my daughter married last year, November.
Birth of both of my kids.
My brightest moment is whenever I get a good scorecard at the end of the year.
Wonderful.
When I got my daughter, when I gave birth to my daughter.
What's been your brightest moment in the bank?
Brightest moment in the bank has been when I was made a cluster head.
And one of my staff's family, the mother, called me up and thanked me for what I did to him to come out of a very bad situation. When he was going through some emotional trauma, I helped him on a personal front to come out of that situation, and it had a great impact on the family.
When my bank recognized my work and elevated me as a cluster head on a bigger role, so that was the brightest moment so far.
One hobby that you're very proud of. One hobby that you like to talk about.
So I've been a dancer throughout. I love dancing and I'm very proud of it. So I've done shamak, I've done Kathak training. So that's my hobby.
Gardening.
Classical music.
Singing.
Gardening is my hobby and I really enjoy it a lot.
Terrific. Then I have so much to learn from you, Tripti. I'll call you. I'll keep taking your tips from you. What do you hate most in at home? Jhadu or belan?
Of course, belan. Belan is strong and tough.
What do you hate? रोटी बनाना या झाड़ू देना? आप ज्यादा दुखी कौन करता है आपको?
I was thinking of hitting with jharu or belan. I chose
वो अगला सवाल हो सकता है हमारा.
I think I would prefer jhadu because when I make a roti, I make different maps.
I hate jadu. I love cooking.
I love cooking, so I hate jhadu then.
Lovely. With rapid fire, we've come to an end of this program, and I have enjoyed every moment of it, and I was throughout rapt attention listening to you guys, and small wonder, as a brand, as a bank, where we are, it's leaders like you that make us what we are. Thank you again so much from bottom of my heart and on behalf of all my team members. Thank you.